Welcome back to FM Story as we approach the end of season 17 of The Save, and things have gone outstandingly well so far this season. We've already won the League Cup. We've already also, before the split in the league, secured the league title for the 9th time in a row, which guarantees that we're going to get one more season of The Save to see if we can set the new record 10 in a row. We are still in the Champions League. We've got Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals, and we're still in the Scottish Cup. We've got Dunfermline in the semi-final. So there's still 2 trophies to play for. Without further ado, let's get into the action. We're now into May, and spoiler alert, as you can see, we've got the second leg of the semi-final of the Champions League coming up against Barcelona. Generally, things have gone pretty well since the end of the last episode. We started with the first leg against Bayern Munich away in Munich. We drew 0-0. We then won 3-1 at home against Hibs in the league. And then we picked up a 3-2 victory at home in the second leg against Bayern Munich to see us through past them. We were 2-1 up at half-time. They got a goal right on half-time. We got a goal very early in the second half. They pulled one back with about 15 minutes left, which made things a bit more tense towards the end of the game. But in the end, it was enough to see us through 3-2 on aggregate. We then played Dunfermline in the semi-final of the Scottish Cup and came away with a comfortable 3-0 victory. Then we beat Hearts 2-0 in the league, a double for Martinez van Giesel. And then the first leg of the semi-final, we were pretty bad. We were 2-0 down going into injury time when Benjamin Bustos popped up with a goal to give us a chance going into the second leg. And then in the most recent league game, we put 5 past Celtic. So hopefully being able to bounce back from that first leg defeat, and we've got enough to see us through against this Barcelona team in the second leg. So this is the side we've picked for the second leg of the semi-final. Obviously, they're going into the game in exceptional form, and obviously they've got a 1-goal advantage going into this second leg as well. Some positives: the second leg's at home, and we have a full squad available to select from. So hopefully we've got enough with the home advantage to see us through. If we do get through, we'll be playing Real Sociedad, who won the competition last season, having beaten us in the semi-final. So it'll be a big game if we can manage to get through this one. But all attention on this one first. And it's going to be tough because they have some exceptional players who are always up at the top of the Ballon d'Or results. So they're going with an interesting formation, not an awful lot of width in that. So hopefully we can exploit that. Like Bordes across to quite a ball, goes back to Valem, into Rakla, Skafidis, to Luciano, wide to Amrani in some space, down the line to Cochise. He looks to go past his man, gets to the byline, pulls it back to Amrani on the edge of the box, shifts it onto his left foot and smashes the ball off the bar. It's a positive start, but we need to take some chances. Right, Skafidis gets it back. And Thibaut Rajkovic on the edge of the box does well to work the shot out. The keeper turns it behind for a corner. Cochise to take it from the right-hand side. Lifts it in towards the near post. Rakla got his head on it, but it just drifts over the top of the bar. Right, another corner. Cochise to take. Again, lifts it in towards the near post. It's headed clear. Luciano finds Cochise in the box, shifts it onto his left foot, smashes it past the keeper. 1-0 on the night. It's levelled it at 2-2 on aggregate. And we've started the game pretty well, but we needed a goal to go with the chances we created. A lovely ball by Luciano. Cochise just drifts in on his left foot and just lashes it past Simon. Right, Cochise with a throw. Rakla back to Cochise. Gives the ball away. It's cleared long, but Thibaut's the only one back there. He finds Bordes. Skafidis out wide to Luciano, and then Amrani with space on the outside. Crosses towards the back post. It's headed up in the air. Thibaut back to Amrani. He gives the ball away, driving into the box, but a loose clearance. Thibaut gets it again. Into the box to Simoesh. Cochise squares it. It's almighty scramble. It's cleared as far as Amrani. Into the box, pulls it back. And Cochise hit it straight at Simon, and it's gone behind for a corner. How have we not scored there? I don't know. Rajkovic takes the corner from the left. In towards the near post. Simoesh gets up. How was the header, but well over the top. And there we have it. Half time, 1-0 up on the night, level on aggregate. But really, we should probably, with that last goal-mouth scramble that we just saw, we probably should be ahead on aggregate. Very reminiscent of the Benfica game where we lost the first leg 2-1. Hopefully we can turn this around without needing the tension of extra time. But we just need more of the same in the second half. We've been, I think, clearly the better team. We just need to make sure we don't let them get anything and take another chance or two. Right. Amrani to Rajkovic, into Bordes. Velem to Rakla. Amrani does well to get there in front of the Barcelona player. Kerr. Kefidis to Rajkovic. Kerr making the run forwards. Squares it to Rajkovic. What a goal that ended up being. It puts us ahead for the first time in the tie. I did think Rakla's pass was going to get cut out, but Amrani moved it on. Then Rajkovic down the line for Kerr, who pulls it back for the run that Rajkovic is making into the box, and he just lashes it into the corner. And that's 2-0. And I don't know whether they felt they were getting overrun in the wide areas or in midfield, but they've gone back to a 4-3-3, which, considering they need a goal now, I didn't think is what they would do. Right, Bordes, Skafidis, Rakla, into Kerr, who loses out. We've got some players that are really struggling fitness-wise here, so we've made a few changes to try and solidify the middle of the pitch a bit as well into the last 15 minutes, and we're in a pretty decent position. A while since we've seen a highlight of theirs. Unfortunately, we're about to lose our skipper through injury. They've got a free kick, Alex to take. Valem does brilliantly to get across and turn it behind. We're approaching the last 5 minutes of the 90. Crossed in, it's headed clear. Alvarez is chasing the loose ball. We don't need him to do anything rash and get a second yellow card here. Work the ball towards the edge of the area. Nothing comes of it. And there we are, full time. We've managed to turn around that tie completely. They didn't actually offer that much of a threat in the second leg. We've gone and taken the chance. It's got 2 goals, given us the lead, the win, 3-2 on aggregate. And we play Real Sociedad in the Champions League final to end the season. So it's Champions League final day. We ended the league season pretty well and then had a bit of a disaster in the Scottish Cup final. After we knocked Barcelona out, we won 2-0 away at Hibs. We won 4-1 at home to Dundee United, and then 3-1 at home to Rangers, which then led us into the Scottish Cup final, where it was a dreadful game. It was 0-0 after extra time, and then we missed 3 out of 5 penalties to see us lose the trophy. Rangers winning, and hopefully 2 things. One, hopefully we perform a hell of a lot better in this Champions League final than we did in the Scottish Cup final. And based on the penalty shootout, hopefully this does not go to penalties, because otherwise there's only one result that we can see coming from it. We've played Real Sociedad 5 times in the save, and it hasn't especially gone very well. We've lost 4 of the 5 games, including the semi-final last season where we lost both legs to get knocked out by them on their way to winning the trophy. They do have one of our former players up front for them in Felipe Castro, who was a bit of a problem in that semi-final last season. But hopefully we can come away with third Champions League success of the save. So going into the final, we almost have a full squad available. The only player that is actually injured and out is Amrani from right back. So Alvarez is going to play right back. He's not fully fit, which is a concern. Rackler's come back in the centre of defence. He hasn't played since the second leg against Barcelona. But his fitness is a bit of a concern. Bordes has played a lot of football this season, but his tiredness is a concern. Hopefully we have enough going forward that we can score more than they can. But it's going to be a tough ask. They have become one of the best teams in Europe, having won the Champions League last season and making it back to the final. We won 2 Champions Leagues in a row 2 seasons before Sociedad won their Champions League. So hopefully we can stop them from winning 2 in a row and we can win our third in 4 seasons. Right, so they're going with a 4-3-3. We're going with a 4-2-3-1. And hopefully we can come away with another trophy. Right, throwing for us deep in their half. Alvarez to take it. Come back to him. It's been cleared as far as Bordes. Scafidis to Luciano in the box. What a start that is. We needed that. Early goal. And hopefully that settles us down. It came out. They half cleared it. Bordes, Scafidis, first time ball to Luciano. Takes a touch. Steadies himself and just fires it past the keeper. Throws 1-0 up after 3 minutes. Right, free kick. Luciano to start standing over it. Over the wall. Oh my God. What a goal. And Luciano, who was not the sort of first choice signing when we signed players in the summer, has popped up with 2 big goals in the Champions League final early on to put us really in control of this game. The game has certainly quietened down since that first 11 minutes when we got the 2 goals. They've not really been a threat at all, although they've had the vast majority of the possession. And there we go. Those 2 early goals from Luciano have us in control at half-time on a wet, cool night in Madrid. More of the same in the second half. We do have a few players that are appearing to start to struggle a bit fitness-wise in Alvarez and Ochis, but we'll send the same team out to start the second half and hopefully we can even nick another just to really secure our position. Right, so from the kick-off, Simoes, Luciano, he's overrun the ball in the midfield. It's gone all the way back to their keeper. Passed it out. Gone back to the keeper again. They've beaten the initial press. Castro loses out to Scafidis. Alvarez tucking in from right back. Finds Kerr on the left-hand side. The second time he finds Simoes. Rajkovic has lost out. It's gone all the way back to the keeper. Alvarez has been turned by Pereira there. They've worked it into the box. The cross takes a wicked deflection off Thibaut, goes past the keeper, and very, very early in the second half, they've got themselves back into the game. The first highlight we've seen of them attacking. Ball's worked wide to Gunduz, whose cross just hits Thibaut and it spins into the far corner, out of the reach of Alem. And we need to start concentrating. So they've gone wide. Oh, dreadful back pass. That was Simoes with the amount of goals he's scored and not hit the target, at least from there. Let's hope we don't come to regret that later on in this game. And Castro drops deep to get the ball. Out wide to Pereira. They're trying to work the ball into the box. Pereira's in the box now. A brilliant block to get it clear. Alvarez to take the throw. Short to Kerr. Back to Alvarez. Back to Kerr on the byline. Crosses it in. Comes all the way through to Cochise, who has a shot. It's deflected behind. And Rajkovic to take the corner into the near post. It's headed clear as far as Bustos, who's just come on. Pulls it back to Turnbull, who also just come on, and he couldn't keep his shot down. We're into the last 15 minutes. We're still 2-1 up. There's not been too many chances since they got their goal. Valem, they've pushed right on to try and stop us quickly getting the game underway. Valem short to Skafidis, into Duffy with some space to move towards their defence. Finds Bustos in the box. He's drilled it past the keeper, puts us 3-1 up with less than 10 minutes to play, and surely we've got one hand on the trophy now. They were pushed right on. Eventually, Skafidis finds Duffy. Bustos makes the run in between the fullback and centre half. Duffy finds him, and he just drills it past the keeper from a tight angle. And we're in control again here. It must be close to being offside. Oh, well judged pass and run. Takes a great touch, gets it out of his feet, and fires past the keeper. A corner for them. They've gone short, fired it in low. Great save by Valem. And we've played it up towards the halfway line. And there we go, full time. And for the third time in 4 seasons, little old Motherwell have come away with the Champions League trophy. It did look a long way off after the first leg against Benfica and after the first leg in the semi-final against Barcelona. But somehow we've managed to make it all the way through to the final. In the end, the final was pretty comfortable against the defending champions, Real Sociedad, who beat us in the semi-final last season. And we've ended the season with 3 trophies. And there we have it, the end of season 17, and what a season. We've won the league, having not lost a game in all during the league season. We've somehow managed to win our 3rd Champions League in 4 seasons. We've won the Scottish League Cup again, and we were a penalty shootout away from winning all 4 competitions we played this season. Just an outstanding season. By winning the league title, we've guaranteed we're going to play 1 more season of the save. We've now matched the record of Rangers and Celtic at 9 in terms of league titles. So hopefully 1 more season, 1 more league title, make it 10 in a row, set a new record, and then ride off into the sunset. Join us next time to see if we can manage to do that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.